Number 2 is poop. Number 3 is masturbation. Number 4 is vomit.
Sure. All right, now we can trash Gene Simmons.
Oh, that motherfucker!
I should probably show people that Quarator's clip if I'm going to mention the number 3 is masturbation, though. The jack-off robot at the Sharper Image.
Well,
three out of 4 people in this room have heard that bit.
well then, but the quote from Gene Simmons today. Why don't you tell us what the quote was there, sir?
You're the one that brought it to our attention, so you're the one who has to share.
Gene Simmons, friend of the podcast, John. In case you didn't know, do you know who Gene Simmons is, right?
Yeah,
dickhead.
Dickhead.
The kind of
no, not
clown.
you.
Well, as you know, we caused the death of Ace Frehley by airing an episode about him the day before he died. Probably because he...
Re-airing.
Yeah.
We made him fall down the stairs.
Yeah, he must have heard us and was like, those motherfuckers, and fell down the stairs. Too soon? Anyway. We're about to call Gene Simmons an asshole, and we're just...
Maybe he'll fall down the stairs.
Well, anyway.
One can hope.
So, yeah, Ace Frehley ended up dying of brain bleed, ultimately, because he fell down the stairs and hit his head. Dude's in his 70s. Very plausible.
Yeah.
It happens.
Well, Gene Simmons came out and said Ace Frehley's bad decisions led to his demise, and falling down the stairs doesn't kill you.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I think falling down the stairs is something that a 70-year-old man would just be especially susceptible to, but I think any of us could die from falling down the stairs.
Has Gene Simmons not seen The Exorcist?
I guess not. I don't know. Let's experiment and push Gene Simmons down the stairs and see if he dies. I mean,
we should do that.
That's the only way we can test his theory and see if it's correct.
And if he doesn't die, then I guess he's right.
Yeah. Maybe he can hug a few people he's been photographed with recently. You should probably peep that out.
Who's he been hugging?
I also got to mention...
Trump. Oh, yeah.
I also got to mention that in the Reddit news article that I was reading, I took a screenshot of somebody that said, medical professional here. Falling down the stairs can absolutely lead to trauma and death. Sometimes the initial injuries aren't as apparent, like a subdermal hemorrhage. But yeah, Simmons is a douche. And then somebody commented, Simmons is a douche, medically diagnosed.
Yeah.
Well, he's been a douche for a long time. I mean, I think he knows he's a douche hat. And
he's the biggest douche in Kiss.
And that's saying something.
Well,
I actually don't think so.
I'd say there are two douchebags in Kiss.
They all are.
Oh, they all are to some degree, but like Ace Frehley and Peter Criss are not as big of douches as the other two. Ish.
If you've read what I've read, I think you would revise your opinion.
That's fair.
I mean, like, I think both of them have been...
Paul Stanley, though.
rumored to have, like, full Nazi uniforms that they've photographed themselves in, so...
Oh, that's not surprising, yeah. Paul Stanley, though, probably the biggest douche in the band.
I think he's the biggest douche in the band. Yeah.
Yeah, they're... Kiss is just a shitty band. Anyways.
Shitty people make shitty music.
So anyway, there's your cold open. Gene Simmons saying some shitty things about a dead man. And then he went off and got an award in front of the Trump.
The FIFA award?
The Trump.
Yeah. Trump gave him the FIFA award.
Oh my God.
After he was done with it.
My favorite thing was the FIFA award. It was like someone said when your Timu Nobel Peace Prize was the FIFA award. Yeah, there we go. Fucking cocksucker. Anyway,
all right. So there's your cold open.
There's your cold open.
Your cultural news that will date this podcast to this time period. So you're welcome.
We gotta go find Bubba.
Here's some opinions on a band that's not Kiss.
Yeah.
That's the song. If you listen to the podcast, you would know that.
Well, you sent me a link that I couldn't
You couldn't
use.
open? Oh,
Because it was for Apple.
Welcome to Side 1, Side B. I'm Dave.
I'm Steve.
and I'm the 7-inch, Sean. We have a new guest, a first-time listener, too.
Yeah. Finding out in real time.
I'm John.
My nephew. Oh, I get to do that, too. My beer.
I'm drinking water like a big wimp.
Mine's a fucking cherry Coke, dude. Coke Zero, by the way. I'm even picking. It's brown water. Anyway.
I was hanging out with some people on Friday night, and one left the table to get another drink, and he got, I don't know if he got just a Coke or a rum and Coke, but he got back to the table, and someone else was like, "Oh, what'd you get?" And he was like, "I got a Guinness flat with ice."
So, John, how'd you hear about the podcast?
My dear uncle told me about it.
Yeah, there you go.
Blood relative?
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, I've known him for about 25 years now. So,
Give or take.
give or take.
Well, today we're doing a Sean album. Sean, what'd you bring in today?
I brought in dun 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 Velvet Underground and Nico. It's one of the self-titled, but not the most self-titled albums.
Yeah, the second most self-titled
album in the Velvet Underground. It's the one with the banana on it that says Andy Warhol.
Banana.
You wouldn't know
The most
it was
phallic banana you've ever seen.
Yeah. It says peel slowly and see.
And if you peel it off, which we won't because,
I don't want to.
yeah,
It is my album
it
and
is
I'm
your
not
record.
going to.
But if you peel it off, the banana's like flesh pink.
Yeah. If you peel it off, it looks like a dick. Yeah.
There are multiple people that have bought 2 copies of this album so they can keep one peeled and one not peeled.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I'm not going to do that because I don't want to.
It's weird to do that, but yeah.
If I found like an original or something like that for like $2, maybe I'd do that.
An original for $2, where?
I don't know. Like some idiot didn't know they had an original and
Yeah.
were like just selling it for $2.
Well, we'll just get in
There
the
you go.
time machine and go shopping with me when I was in my 20s and starting my
Yeah.
collection because I have so many albums that are like, I got this for $5 and it goes for like $50 now.
I know, it's crazy.
Buy that for $1.
I'd buy that for $1. Anyways,
So, I know this album forwards and backwards. I will not be taking notes. I'm just going to go off the dome.
me too. I
Yeah.
know this album. I've listened to this album probably more than I've listened to John talk. John,
Yeah.
what do you know about this album?
Not a damn thing.
Have you ever heard of the Velvet Underground?
I've heard of it. I've never listened to it.
Never listened to it. You've
I'm part of the generation that doesn't listen to albums. We listen to individual songs.
well, yeah. Have you heard of Lou Reed?
No.
I have not been teaching you well then.
Well, you are now.
Well, yeah. So this album came out in 1967.
Same year as Sgt. Pepper's and the Doors' first
This album.
And Piper at the Gates of Dawn.
Yeah. And it only sold 30,000 copies. So it wasn't a success.
Okay.
And they said that everyone that bought one of these albums, it was quoted as saying that everyone that bought one of these albums started a band.
Brian Eno is the one that said that originally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like one of the proto-punk albums.
Oh, okay.
So, and Lou Reed is kind of he was one of the first like New York punk guys, proto-punk.
Yeah.
So it's not going to sound exactly like punk,
Ramones,
like
yeah.
the Ramones, like not what you're thinking of when you hear punk. You're gonna be a little surprised when you hear it.
I will say, I have like a slurry of research in my brain from years of reading books about this band. Probably the most I'll be drawing from without remembering exactly what I'm drawing from, because this was years ago, would be Please Kill Me by Legs McNeil and Gillian Flynn, and From the Velvets to the Voidoids by Clinton Highland, and then a couple biographies of Lou Reed, including the one where I found out that he beat one of his wives in like the 70s. So, but
Was that
he's
his
dead.
first wife?
I think so. The one that he wrote Perfect Day about.
Yeah, that was his first wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was with him during the Berlin period too, which
Yeah.
is an album I'm actually going to bring in.
A different season.
No, I'm going to bring it in for this season, I thought.
Oh, this season. Yeah. I thought you were going to bring Transformer in. I don't know. Maybe I'm remembering
No,
wrong.
I'm going to bring in Berlin because that's my favorite Lou Reed album.
I will say that I have listened to this one, but it's been a while, so I probably don't remember it very well. There was a period where I wanted to understand Lou Reed because he had just collaborated with Metallica, and I needed to figure out why. And we've been teasing Lulu for a while. We'll be doing that next season. So I guess this will be like a preview of that.
Yeah, the lineup on this band are, as we've been talking about, Lou Reed, lead guitar, lead vocals, ostrich guitar, John Cale. John Cale was like a classically trained experimental musician who Lou met when he was like a 9 to 5 clock in, clock out songwriter for a record label. And they just got together and did like weirder, more aggressive and experimental stuff. John Cale is on electric viola, bass guitar, and piano.
Shameless self-promotion. We covered one of his solo songs.
We did.
Check the description for more, because it's in the description right now.
Yes.
This will be after Christmas, though, so it won't be as relevant.
It won't be as relevant, but a coworker told me it was a good cover, and she didn't have to, so I think it's a good cover.
I'm glad you guys did a really good job.
Yeah.
Your electric part comes in really good.
Yeah.
My bass 6 just smothered your acoustic on that one.
Yeah. And then
You could have turned it down, bitch.
yeah.
Well, to be frank, I played it better than you did.
Well, we'll agree to disagree.
Yeah. And then
You told me that was the least prepared you've ever been for a cover.
It's true. Anyways,
and then Sterling Morrison on rhythm guitar and bass. I think he plays bass on Venus and Furs when John's
Yeah.
playing viola. And then
probably another song too.
probably another song. And then there's Mo Tucker on drums, and she's credited in the album as percussion because she plays the drums weird. She played them standing up and set like the bass drum on its side,
Yeah.
and would play it with like
Timpani.
yeah.
Timpani. She played it with Timpani mallets.
There was a brief time where I was trying to be the Gong Farmer drummer. I think that lasted like half a practice. And I remember doing that for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then Nico is credited as Chantonese or whatever.
Yeah, she was the lead singer on 3 songs because the band's manager, famous manager, Andy Warhol, wanted her to be the lead singer on all of the songs. And Lou Reed and John Cale were like, no. Here are 3 songs we write for her.
So, John, tell us about the front cover.
Oh, the giant banana?
Yeah.
It's a dick.
And what does it say below the banana?
Andy Warhol?
So, Andy Warhol was kind of like trying to put his name all over this. And then flip it over.
Was he trying to pass it off as his album?
So he kind of, sort of, and then show the back. What's the back cover?
Velvet Underground and Nico, produced by Andy Warhol in big letters.
Yeah, and then it's got a picture of the band with like playing live in Warhol studio, and then individual pictures below. And so Andy Warhol had like his name all over this because he had the Velvet Underground in his what was it called?
The Factory.
The Factory, his Warhol factory in New York. and like as a live band, they would just sit there and play the whole time, and like they vamped, like just kind of vamped the whole time playing live. And yeah, and he wanted to produce them. And I remember, did you ever see Lou Reed talking about Warhol? And Warhol would call him lazy.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, you're so lazy. How many songs did you write today?" Well, yeah, he was doing an impersonation of Warhol, and Lou said, "I wrote 10. Oh, you should have wrote 20. You're so lazy." And in the Transformer album, Warhol inspired a song called "Vicious." And he said to Lou Reed, he says, "Oh, it's so vicious." And he's like, "How vicious? You hit him with a flower." And like, so that there's a song on Transformer, or it's the first song, and he says, "Vicious, you hit him with flower." Anyways, inside, describe the inside, John.
It looks like a bunch of interviews about Andy Warhol.
So do you think Andy Warhol had an ego?
Yeah, a little bit. The one that's standing out to me is the one that says Warhol's brutal ensemble. It's a little dark. Hold on.
Ensemble?
Yeah. The nonstop horror show.
They were a band before Andy Warhol found them too. Like, they were playing live gigs. They had when Warhol found them, they had just gotten kicked out of playing at a place in San Francisco because they were told if they played another song like Black Angel's Death Song, which is on this album, that they would be kicked out of the venue, and so they played the exact same song again.
Lou Reed kind of had he's a New Yorker. He had a kind of a fuck you attitude.
Right.
And David Bowie even wrote a song called Queen Bitch about him.
Yeah.
Lou Reed challenged Lars Ulrich to a street fight.
Yeah.
And he would have definitely won, even though he was like in his 80s.
He's 70s. He died when he was 72.
Was he 70s?
He was 72 when he died.
It is kind of funny, like, the most talented people that Lou Reed ended up working with, he would part ways. Like, they would eventually reconnect. Like, I think he reconnected with most of the people he parted ways with. But, you know, like John Cale, he and John Cale eventually had a falling out, and he fired John Cale from the Velvet Underground at the time of the third album. He worked with Robert Quine a lot in, like, the early 80s, had a falling out. He left the band. He and Bowie got along really well in the early 70s. And then I think the falling out was on Lou Reed's part. They became friendly again, but you know, like every person with like a strong creative vision, Lou Reed would eventually disagree with and go off and do his own thing in a really messy and bitchy way.
Yeah. Like Doug Yule was the guy that replaced John Cale for the third album, and there was an interview in one of the live discs that I have. It was a radio show that Lou Reed was doing, and the interviewer asked, "How's Doug Yule doing?" Or "Where's Doug Yule?" And Lou Reed says, "Dead, I hope."
This is early Lou Reed solo stuff, like the Transformer album.
Yeah, and the guy goes, "Whoa, I went to high school with Doug Yule. You can't say that." And he's like, "I did say that, but I didn't mean it."
Yeah.
So, yeah, Lou Reed was just kind of
Prickly.
Yeah, it seemed like a crusty guy.
Yeah. Do you ever see the interviews where I think he's like in Japan, or he's somewhere, but you can see the fucking cocaine on his fucking nose.
Yeah.
It's like crusted on his nose, but he's got bleach blonde hair, and he's just like big aviators on.
Yeah, I think that was like the rock and roll animal
Trying
era.
to hide that he was stoned.
Yeah.
Oh, he was, yeah. Well,
The drug he's most known for is heroin.
yeah.
There's a song called Heroin on this. Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't dedicated to it, huh?
Well, the funny thing is he wasn't currently using heroin when he wrote that song. Like, he used it before and after, but at that time he'd cleaned up from it and was just writing about it. But yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So let's we can tell more. We could probably talk about the Velvet Underground. We could have a 3-hour podcast before we even started playing the fucking record, because there's so much shit to talk about with the Velvet Underground. So let's start with side one, and then we'll tell some more shit about the Velvet Underground. So, John, since you haven't said as much, why don't you read the side one? It's in the middle.
It's in the
there.
gatefold.
It's in the gatefold. Just read the track listing for side one.
Sunday morning, I'm waiting for the man. Femme Fatale, Venus in Furs, Run, 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 and All Tomorrow's Parties.
Yep.
Good job.
That is the first side of this record.
Of this fantastic album.
I think.
What kind of music are we looking forward to here for the?
So I want it to be a little bit of a surprise.
Okay.
Because it's not like anything you've probably ever really heard before. It's
probably because a lot of people ripped it off.
yeah, but it's probably like nothing you've ever heard it before.
Probably not. When you said punk, I immediately went to like the Ramones and similar.
Yeah, John, it's not like that. It's different. So
yeah, the first wave of punk is very different.
It's even different. It's even like more avant-garde than the Stooges. So, and
I like the second side a little more, but the first side is a solid grouping of songs.
Yes.
All right. Do we have anything else to say about this?
Like I said, we could talk for hours, but I think let's get on to side one, and then we'll talk some more.
All right. Here we go. For those following along at home, we don't play samples of the music or anything, so I suggest either if you got the record, cue it up. That's obviously perfect.
Yeah.
But
actually, what we'll do is we'll start singing in the interludes. We'll just start singing bits of the song for you.
Pause the podcast and listen to the first 6 songs on the record.
Yeah. You can choose your favorite streaming service, or it's probably on YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube's probably the easiest. All right, here we go.
Like, make sure you're, like, almost filleting it.
No, not that close, but
Yeah, just make sure you're close enough.
damn it, Dave.
Not that wasn't the first time I've done that.
It looks like you've had some practice.
Yeah.
I was watching the.
He's really good at that. Yeah. I know. I mean, no, I don't know.
I was watching the iDubbbz Hassan Ethan Klein controversy stuff, and in one of the videos, like iDubbbz fillets Hassan's like microphone, but he didn't realize it until he like watched the video later. He's like, I did not know he did that to my microphone.
And we're back, and Dave is filleting the microphones again. So, Steven, John, what'd you think?
My initial thought when I heard the first song, I was like, this is not punk. I was like, this is just not what I was expecting at all.
That's why I wanted to be like, I want you guys to be surprised, because I knew what you were thinking coming in, because it's like a progenitor of punk. You were thinking Ramones, Misfits, all that stuff. No. It's not that.
I mean, you can hear a little bit of it in a couple like the more garage rock type songs, but I mean, it's like, I don't know, 10%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of where
It's like trying to read old English.
Yeah. I think a lot of what really makes it a proto-punk album is the subject matter too. Like this was the time when a lot of bands were writing about, you know, give peace a chance, expand your mind. And this
love and happiness. And this
love,
is
peace
like,
and love. This is like gritty street music about buying heroin and just the crushing feeling of ennui when you wake up with a hangover, and sadomasochism.
And getting whipped by people, you know?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, whereas it may not sound musically like punk, a lot of people are familiar with in this day and age, the attitude is absolutely there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... Yeah, the look on your face was pretty funny, John.
Oh, I heard it and I was like, this ain't punk.
Because it starts with because the first song starts with that doo 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 doo, and you're like, what the fuck?
Well, on the Wikipedia page for that song, which every song on this album has its own Wikipedia page, but anyway, the first one describes it as a doo-wop song, so
It kind of is, yeah. That's like a lot of what Lou Reed was doing in his like 9 to 5 clock in, clock out songwriting career before this was basically doo-wop.
And it's funny because it sounds like a doo-woppy song, but the song is actually about waking up with a hangover. Like, that's kind of what it's about. Like, that's what I always interpret it as. Like, Sunday morning brings the dawning. It's like, you know, he's like waking up like, oh, man, I got this restless feeling, you know, because he's got to get up and like...
so that would be Monday morning for me when I'm going back to work.
Well, he's like, I gotta get up and I gotta go and like go home, you know, like to my shitty apartment, you know.
Yeah, it does perfectly encapsulate like the feeling of a hangover in a lot of regard. Oh, do you want to go song by song now?
Well, I'll give my impressions of this side before.
Yeah.
So this one, like this sonically isn't a big surprise to me because I do listen to a lot of like prog, and I've added a lot of art rock into my listening patterns since Dave's introduced me to a lot of things. And so to me, this kind of reminds me a lot of early Pink Floyd, like the first 2 albums when Syd Barrett was still around, or even in the psychedelic period, like before, I don't know, like metal. I think a lot of these songs would fit on that. It has a lot of like really good, interesting experimentation. Some of the songs are a little repetitive, I felt like. And then some songs, the production was a little rough. Not on all of them. I think like Femme Fatale was... I mean, we'll get more into that song as it goes along, but that one I think was the weakest on this side.
Yeah, I would say the whole album is lo-fi. Most of the songs, it's lo-fi in a good way. There's a few points, especially Femme Fatale, we'll get into it later, where it's a weakness. But
What did you think of the this side as a whole before we go song by song?
I agree that my initial thought was like, this ain't punk, but it does sound like Pink Floyd. That was one of the first things I said when the music started rolling.
Yeah. Oh, and then before we get into song by song too, like I will point out that David Bowie's Ziggy Stardust persona was basically combining Lou Reed and Syd Barrett. So, yeah, this was in the same vein as like Piper in At the Gates of Dawn. Like you could make a mix CD that has both See Emily Play and Venus and Furs like side by side, and it would float. They'd fit pretty well together.
Yeah, and I'd throw All Tomorrow's Parties into that as well, because that one really reminded me of Floyd. Like, maybe not lyrically, but I thought like the flow of that song reminded me of a Barrett era song.
Yeah,
I would say though Piper was probably better recorded.
Yeah.
Piper sounds amazing even today.
Yeah, even by today's standards, it sounds a lot better. But yeah, I think
Piper. I will say Piper at the Gates of Dawn is my favorite Pink Floyd album that came out before Dark Side of the Moon, though. So yeah,
I don't know. Metal is I've been listening to metal lately.
Metal is great. I think that's when they started getting their groove back.
Metal is one of the, like, especially echoes and stuff. Is like. Yeah. I don't know. I've been listening to that. I listened to Adam Heartmother, and I was like, I don't see why they kind of bag on this one as much. It's Adam Heartmother, the song is good. The other side's kind of weird, especially the whatever psychic breakfast or whatever, where it's a dude eating breakfast. That's fucking weird. But The Adam Hart Mother song's pretty good, but I haven't listened to everything though.
Yeah.
We're gonna do Uma Guma during the Bad album season, I think. And I got my copy before my dad passed away. He gave it to me, and he told me that he bought it in the 70s, and he was looking for Dark Side of the Moon because it just come out, but it was sold out at his record store, so that was kind of his consolation prize. Like, I'll just get an earlier one, and I don't think he ever connected with it. Like, as soon as I expressed any interest in it, he handed it to me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that'll be a fun one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But today we're doing the Velvet Underground.
Velvet Underground. Like, yeah, like Lou Reed's thing, like he wasn't relating to a lot of like what was coming out with lyrically a lot of rock music at the time, like with the Peace and Love and the Flower Power and all that. He was also really big into like the beats and like beat poetry and that kind of stuff. So he wanted to do something that reflected like the gritty life on the street for his music, and I think that's lyrically that's why this album really shines too.
And he also uses like inspiration, like literature. But we'll get into that. Okay, so let's do song by song. Let's start with Sunday Morning, and John, we'll start with you because you did have a lot to say like when this one started, because it was the shocker of just like.
Yeah, it was almost like a shell shock when it turned on. I was expecting a lot,
like heavy guitars.
I was expecting heavy guitars, a little grittier voices.
And he's almost like singing you a lullaby.
Yeah.
And he sings like Bob Dylan too.
Yeah.
Sunday morning.
Very Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
And it starts with a xylophone. And
Kind of a ballsy song to pick for the opener.
it's not my favorite song, but I love it as the opener. It like for some reason it kind of like every time I hear that opener, I gotta listen to the rest of the album. I don't know what it is.
I like it as a song because it like sounds pretty at first, and then you keep listening and you feel uncomfortable. There's just like there's like some dissonance in the background, and then there's just like something in the lyrics that's like, you know, it's about waking up with a hangover and then realizing you have no idea how you lost control of your life, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the Stew and Rugrats meme.
Yeah.
Or he's making pudding.
Did you have anything else?
My initial shock
Like
after I got like over it, I was listening to the lyrics and I was like, okay, it's not a bad song. Definitely not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
But after I got over the initial shock of like, what is this?
Yeah.
What am I listening to?
Steven.
This song, what I noticed the most was the loud chiming xylophone. And I think it was really effective at kind of putting me in like almost a trance-like state. Like I thought it did a really good job of like keeping me, I don't know, like centered.
Mellow?
Yeah, centered and mellow. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. Like I said, it's kind of a ballsy way to open an album, I think, but I think it works.
Yeah. It's like one of the slower songs on the whole record too, and it's the opener.
Yeah.
Actually, from what I heard too, they recorded it and then they actually did slow it down.
I will say, I think the first time I tried to listen to this, I was not in a point in my life where I could appreciate it. So
Yeah.
I think they slowed the song down. Like that's why he sounds like he kind of drags his vocals a little bit, and his voice is a little bit deeper.
yeah, I heard that was a tape technique that they used to do.
So that's why like he sounds a little bit different on that song than he does on the rest of the album.
This was one of the newer songs on the record when they recorded it, like one of the ones they had written more recently. And that weren't part of their
when I looked it up, it
yeah.
said it was the final song they recorded for this. So
Yeah, I don't think it was part of their normal live show before this.
Their normal live show, like, have you ever seen the video of them just like vamping for like an hour and a half?
Yeah.
That was their normal live show at the factory. It was crazy weird. They're just like din din din, din like, and It's like, man, how much fucking drugs were they on?
Enough.
Heroin.
At the factory, they probably weren't even the most high people in the room.
That's
though.
true.
Yeah, I mean they were high, but like they could stand up, so they were not the most high people in the room.
With that many people stoned, you don't have to be perfect.
No.
You just have to vibe. I'm waiting for the man.
I'm waiting for the man.
This one is about waiting for your drug dealer.
Yeah, specifically for heroin.
Yeah. I read a quote from Lou Reed like 20 years after he wrote this song. He said, everything's the same except for the price.
Yeah.
Because it's $26 in my hand. So he said it was more expensive. Anyways, what did you think of this one?
I think that song was a lot closer to what I was expecting for like punk than the previous song.
Yeah.
I still think the pacing of the song was different than what I was expecting though.
Yeah.
It was a little slower, and I'm not that it's a bad thing. I was still in the like, I'm trying to listen to a punk album.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's kind of like mid-paced, like garage rock. Kind of reminds me of like early Alice Cooper.
Yeah. It's kind of a long song too.
Yeah. And he's telling more of a story like a country song than or like a Dylan song than he is like a punk song. Punks don't really, songs are more like fuck the government, blah blah blah, done.
I don't know. I think I would consider it in the same vein of a song. Like it's like the song I'm comparing it to is like faster tempo, but it's like it's spiritually a pretty close cousin to 53rd and 3rd by the Ramones.
53rd and 3rd, I wanna get to.
Yeah, which is about being a male prostitute because you want drug money.
Yeah.
Yeah. like the Ramones.
You've probably
first,
never heard that song, have you?
No, I think I've listened to it.
Oh, okay.
The Ramones' first record is like if you combined like the lyrical subject matter of this album, played it a lot faster, but then also threw in like references to low budget horror movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Different drug, but I imagine that Tony Iommi could relate to these lyrics.
Oh, he definitely could. I'm sure Tony Iommi did some heroin over the years too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, definitely.
He just preferred cocaine.
I mean, I think Ozzy did everything.
Yeah.
Well, this was before they were famous too, so he probably definitely would have related.
Yeah. Having to go to like a brownstone, have like the people who live in the neighborhood eye you suspiciously. Yeah.
I think Ozzy actually really liked music like this. Like, I think there's a parallel universe where he took like the art rock route rather than the heavy metal route.
Oh, there definitely is. Like, there's like a lot of the early Sabbath records, like half the tracks are heavy metal and then half are art rock.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I've heard live versions of this, John, too, where it is faster as well.
Oh, okay.
But I've also heard live versions of it where
Where
they
they
slow
slow
it
it.
the fuck down too.
I think it depends on if you're listening to versions when Kale is in the band or when Ewell is in the band. I think they slow it down with Ewell, and then like Kale played it really fast.
Yeah. So
Wanting to get it over with or something.
no,
Kale, despite being the classically trained member of the band, and how you notice the bass is walking around a lot because he's the most technically competent musician. He was the one who had the most punk spirit out of all of them.
Yeah,
probably
Kale,
even more than Reed. Yeah.
Yeah, Kale, the version that I was telling Dave that I like the most, Kale's playing the piano in it, and he's singing the lyrics, and he's like dun 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 dun. He's like,
really?
He's going to town on it, and the drummer, she's like the one, she's like going dun 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 dun. She's like going fast as fuck on it. So
Oh, and when they fired Kale from the band right before the third album and replaced him with Ewell, they fired him because they wanted to do more slow songs, and he wanted to do more fast songs. Like he always said that he wanted to do a balance between fast and slow songs, but like the balance tipped when he left more towards slow songs. So the classically trained drone musician was the one that had like the brought the punk energy to it. Like right after he got fired, he produced the Stooges' first record. He produced the Modern Lovers' first record and Patti Smith's first record too. After that, his solo career, he would do like the he would do like the classical songs too, but then he would do like the really fast punky songs. He got in trouble in his solo career for ripping the head off of a dead chicken on stage. Yeah.
Like Alice Cooper.
Yeah. Like Cale was the wild man of the group, but he was also the classically trained musician.
Which is
That's awesome.
It was funny. I heard a story about Cooper where he said he's like, I killed one chicken. Colonel Sanders has killed billions of them, and no one gives him any shit about it.
Yeah.
Anyways, next song was Femme Fatale. Right?
My least favorite song on the record, honestly.
Yeah, this one's a little rough.
So, what do you think of it, John?
Just out of what I've heard so far, it was definitely my least favorite.
Yeah, I've heard live versions where Lou Reed sang the vocals, and it's like 10 times better. And I don't know, for some reason they thought it was a classic song, and they would still do live versions of it. And I don't know why they thought it was.
Part of why I didn't enjoy this one is I was spending half the time trying to decide if I like Nico's vocals or not.
So
I don't think she technically
that,
sang it wrong. I think they might have given her a microphone that didn't fit her voice.
I think what it was is that the song didn't fit Nico.
Yeah.
I think because I think she was wrong for the song. Like I said, I've heard Lou sing it, and when he sings it, it sounds better.
And both the songs that she sang, I felt like Lou would have been the better choice.
I think it was in the wrong key for her. I think,
and she peeks the microphone a couple times.
Yeah. When she like breaks it off. Yeah, like it gets distorted. Yeah.
Well, and she's got kind of a baritone voice, and as somebody with a baritone voice, if I use a microphone that's in like the higher range, it doesn't suit my voice very well. And when I was hearing that back, that's kind of what it reminded me of. It's like that. Her like even her range. So I think you're right. Yeah. She was a baritone singer,
and it was in the wrong key for her.
Yeah. And then I
think baritone is that right?
Yeah, and I think the best parts of the song vocally,
or a low tenor.
Yeah,
it might be a low tenor. Might be a better description.
The best parts of the song vocally are the backing vocals. The "She's a femme fatale."
And when I looked it up, she was annoyed at the way they pronounce femme fatale. Like she wanted to produce it more in like the French way.
Yeah.
Well, and they're like, well, we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
To deal with it.
And it also feels like it was. Like it feels like after Sunday Morning, and then like picking up the energy for Waiting for the Man. This feels like it's slowing it down again, and I think maybe it would have fit the album better to have like Run 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 next to to slowly be building up the energy.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I think I heard you say they should have cut it, or had Lou sing it. Either one. Like I said, I've heard live versions that were 10 times better.
Well, yeah. I'm curious about this dynamic of Nico being in the band. I know it was Andy Warhol's idea. How receptive were them to that?
Not very receptive.
They were not very receptive. She was only on this album, and she wanted to do Waiting for the Man and Heroin and Venus and Furs, and Lou and John didn't want her to do those songs, so they kind of came up with the 3 songs that she's on to make up for it, basically. Which might be why they feel kind of out of place too.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Was it just like Andy Warhol's paying for everything, so fine?
That
basically,
that was basically it. They wanted Andy Warhol because Andy Warhol did this thing where he would have a flavor of the moment, and I think Nico was kind of that person that he was trying to promote to get famous.
Yeah.
Because he did it with several other of his people, and so Nico was one of those people. Because she actually had her own, after this, she had her own album,
which is better than, I think, her own album, which is the songs are written by John Cale and Lou Reed, and they perform as guests on it.
That's parallel to Sid Barrett. Sid Barrett's solo albums were produced by Roger and David.
But it was also written for her, so it actually sounds better.
Chelsea Girl is like, the songs sound better than the 3 songs she's on this record, even though I like the 2 after Femme Fatale more. But yeah.
So it's kind of a Warhol should have just backed off and let them be, and that it would have made a better album. And but Warhol was trying to be kind of a as you can see, they don't even have their name on the front fucking cover.
Yeah, that's really fucking weird.
They don't even have the name on the front cover of their own fucking album.
Like, how many people bought this and they're just like, yeah, the Andy Warhol album?
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Yeah. One thing that's funny, though, too, is like right after he died, Lou Reed and John Cale had buried the hatchet before then. They buried the hatchet and then, like, were at each other's throats several times over the years. But, like, at that point, they were getting along, and so they wrote an album called...
Drella.
Yeah, Songs About Drella, which was the two of them just getting together and writing a bunch of songs about their complicated feelings about Andy Warhol, but it's mainly a positive one because, you know, he just died and they were mainly remembering what they liked about him, and it's a fantastic album. But yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, so it's complicated, but it's a funny story. But yeah, they were trying to, because he was producing the album. Of course, he produced the artwork. I wonder if anybody knew that Andy Warhol produced the artwork, but he produced the artwork.
I mean, and it looks like what he would paint, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
When I first looked at the front of the album, I was like, I didn't know Andy Warhol had an album.
Yeah. Like, yeah, it looks like the same art style as, you know, like those, like that, the canvas of Marilyn Monroe that he did.
Yeah.
You know, like you can tell it's the same artist that did that.
You know, Campbell soup and all that other Coke can.
Hey, that's only for poor people, according to their CEO.
Yeah.
But, okay. Next is Venus in Furs.
This is my favorite on this side.
Yeah, mine as well. Yeah, this one was awesome.
What'd you think of Venus in Furs?
Well, I spent half the song confused because I didn't know the song was about a book. And I was trying to understand what he was talking about in the song. I even asked you a couple times, what did he just say?
Yeah.
Well, it's not so much... See, I always listen to a song. I don't really care about the lyrics the first time I hear a song. Mm-hmm. It's about what the music makes me feel too. But I get what you're saying. Like when you're trying to figure out, like, is he saying what I think he's saying or is he saying something else? Yeah. I get what you're saying.
You know who the book is by, right?
Kathmandu. I don't know. I knew it was a book, but I'm not sure who it was by.
Leopold von Sacher Massa.
Yeah, that dude.
Yeah.
Sadomasochist.
Yeah.
Guy.
It's like the word masochism comes from his name.
Is it Massoch?
Yeah.
Sacher Massoch?
Yeah.
There we go.
But
names are hard.
So what did you think? But what did you think of I know you're like, what instruments are?
Yeah, I couldn't tell what instruments were being played almost at all throughout the song. And I was trying to like decipher it.
Yeah.
Well, the ostrich guitar, which is a guitar that's tuned all the strings are tuned to the same note.
Yeah.
Me and Dave actually put one together from a weird kit guitar that that you just had laying around, and
yeah.
It's interesting. It almost sounds more like percussion than like a guitar. You know? When
I like the ostrich guitar we set up when we played around with it last time, we had it set down like a slide guitar, and I had a slide on one finger, and then I was playing the guitar most of the like I started off picking it, but then as I kept going, I was like, I'm gonna grab a drumstick, and so I was just like wailing on it with a drumstick and moving the slide up and down. It's hypnotic.
And then we eventually put on one of my like synth pedals, and there was a specific setting that just suited it like perfectly. I think it was the ghost.
Is that
setting.
The one you set on fire?
No, not yet. Anyway,
not yet.
But
It's that SG that's over there by your amp.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this song, like really droney and awesome, and it reminds me of like the experimental side of alternative and grunge. Like, I was kind of reminded of, like, Stone Temple Pilots, like middle era when they were trying to experiment. Or you mentioned like Lane Staley, like I think Mad Season, I think would probably fit this song a little bit.
Yeah.
Very hypnotic, and the tom drums were. The tom drums were really hypnotic.
Yeah, but the instruments on it was Sterling Morrison was playing bass rather than rhythm guitar. John Cale was playing viola, and then the guitar was the ostrich. All the strings tuned to the same note with some octave difference. It's usually like 2 notes on the same octave, the 2 notes above on the next octave, but it's all the same note, like all 6 strings.
And I think the that was also the viola, like, because he was droning,
And then he'd strike.
and then he'd go,
Yeah. John Cale sings this one like it's in his live set. He sang it in the earliest days of the Velvets before Nico joined the band. Like White Light, White Heat, their next album, he sings a few songs on too. They were more of a 2 vocalist band, and then when Andy Warhol put Nico in, like, Lou took over most of the vocals at that point. But yeah.
I need to listen to a version of him singing this.
His voice is very well suited to it. His deadpan Welsh accent fits it very well.
Yeah, he's Welsh.
Welsh.
Welshie!
He has this one song called "Fear is a Man's Best Friend," which is
one of my all-time favorite songs from his solo career, where it's like...
It's really good.
Yeah. Where it's like, it starts with him like kind of playing like a slow, like simple but pretty piano part, and then he just starts screaming. And then like the rest of the band comes in. But yeah.
Yeah. It's a really good song.
Yeah.
Actually, you showed that one to me.
Yeah.
All right. Run, run, run.
A little extra kick of energy before we end the side.
It's at the perfect spot in the album too for it, because it like you do need like, this side is short on the high energy. The other side,
Just wait.
the other side is higher energy, but like this side needed like the little kick of adrenaline right there. And this is a good one. This isn't like my favorite song on the album, but I'm happy, like I smile every time it comes on.
It's the only song that I've recognized so far.
Yeah.
I don't know where I recognize it from, but
I don't know.
I recognized it.
It's probably been on something, or you've heard me play it.
I've either heard you play it or it's been in a movie somewhere.
Because, I mean, there's no way you never heard me play any of these songs. Because I've played this album a lot. So, I mean...
Well, maybe it's better to say that it's the only one I remember.
Yeah. Because, I mean...
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they probably... I know it's probably been in, like, a movie or something.
Yeah. I also think Maureen Tucker deserves a shout out for like keeping pace for this song too, just because it's, when you're playing drums in an unconventional way, it's pretty exhausting. Like her whole backstory in the band was when they started out as like a really arty band that were only playing for themselves, they had a different drummer who quit when they wanted to start playing live shows because he thought it was impure. And so Sterling Morrison, the guitarist, was like, my friend's sister plays the drums, let's get her. And so she was literally just a friend's sister who they brought in because they needed a drummer at the last minute because their old drummer didn't want to play in front of people.
Somebody mentioned that this one had almost like a country vibe to it. Like,
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah. I could kind of hear in my head like a twangy country version after you said that. So there.
Yeah. I liked how imperfect the guitar solo was too. Like it was, like this was the take we have type of thing.
Yeah, that's something I'll mention. In this period, you're more likely to hear like mistakes on albums. Like these days, it's just so easy to fix. So why wouldn't you? But like back then, it's like, oh, well, is it really worth rewinding the tape to do this again?
Yeah. I wasn't pressing on the strings hard enough, so that note is kind of muted. Oh well.
That was kind of Lou Reed's solo style, though, in the Velvet Underground, though, because it's a lot more prevalent in the in White Light, White Heat, where he just kind of vamps and messes like it. If he hits the wrong notes or whatever, it doesn't really fucking matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the next album, like. Not this album, but White Light, White Heat album. He's a little bit more imperfect or whatever. I don't think there's much soloing on that I can remember on the Velvet Underground self-titled.
No. There's not a lot of soloing on that or on Loaded.
I don't think so. I think he kind of gave up on it.
Yeah.
But I think the imperfections in that solo give it like a nice character too. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like rehearsed and just drummed down until they do everything flawlessly.
Yeah.
It's what like one of the things that makes it exciting is it's like, oh, if I heard this live, he'd do it differently too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like one of those things where if you hear it on the record all the time, you're like, well, I know it that way. If I go see him live, it's why I hate the idea of like of newer artists where they just like lip sync to their songs or whatever. It's like people can just stay home and listen to your fucking album.
Yeah.
It's like, why do they need to come and see you basically be a fucking mannequin?
See, I'm one of the people that prefers when songs are changed up a little bit in the live set. I know there are some people that are expecting to hear the exact same thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I am not one of those. I especially like it when like there's a lineup change and like, you know, you kind of pick out the differences in the lead guitar, because most of the time people do their own interpretation of something. And so, yeah, I think the live setting, I think could even be a place where you can improve a song even.
Yeah. I also like it when, like a live song is a little faster and a little longer. Because, they play it at a faster tempo, but then they kind of vamp a little bit at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and back in the day, songs used to be longer live because of the technology restraints. Because that's why a lot of songs used to fade out, was because they could,
They could pick it back up if they needed to.
well, no, because of like technology restraints. You only had so much room on the side of vinyl.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So like they'd be like, oh well, our song's 8 minutes long. We gotta cut it off now.
Yeah.
Fade out. The chorus is just repeating and the singer's done. So yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Run, Run, Run. Great song. Good shot of energy.
Punk energy.
Yeah. The perfect place on the album because at like where it is, they need a little pickup.
Before they get to Nico again.
Yeah. Which is a better Nico song, a much better Nico song.
Yeah, All Tomorrow's Parties. I thought her vocals sounded a lot better on this one.
I thought they suited this song better. What did you think of this one?
I think I could appreciate her vocals a little more with this song. It seemed like she wasn't, for lack of better terms, wasn't like struggling with the lyrics.
Yeah, I agree.
But her vocals did sound a little more buried too than in the music, like where like Femme Fatale, she was a little more forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then like lyrically, Femme Fatale's like a little more basic, like in terms of subject matter. Well, All Tomorrow's Parties, like what costumes will the poor girls wear to All Tomorrow's Parties? It's like, ooh, what does that mean? That's like there's something kind of mysterious to that. There's something kind of sad about that. Femme Fatale is like, oh, she's a heartbreaker. Yeah.
Or a whore.
Yeah.
Most likely a whore.
It's a matter of perspective, really.
Yeah.
I'll also point out the ostrich guitar was particularly powerful on this one. Almost like a percussion. Reminded me of like pre-metal Pink Floyd, like a lot. Like maybe like their second album. like where Syd Barrett was still kind of around, but not completely.
Yeah, he's on like 2 songs.
Yeah.
But it's the only album that has both David Gilmour and Syd Barrett. Yeah.
Yep.
I actually, in this song, I like the plucky sound of the piano.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite element of this song.
Yeah. Well, and I liked overdubbing the piano, but also doing the viola, and then that sounded cool.
The main thing I noticed about the song was, to me, it almost sounded like the guitar was like laid over the rest of the song, like recorded separately and then thrown in. It sounded like they were different audios on top of each other.
Yeah, it was like louder and like slightly higher fidelity than the rest of the instruments too. Yeah.
Which is probably what they did. They might have done you're right, they might have done an overdub on that one.
Lou Reed was known for wanting his guitar to be the most prominent standout stuff, though. Like, it's especially egregious in a song that I love on the next album, which is White Light, White Heat, but the song that, like, his guitar overpowers everything else is I Heard Her Call My Name.
Oh my God.
Yeah, where it just drowns everyone else out.
It's so ear piercing.
Yeah.
So at some points it's kind of almost unlistenable.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's this side. John, read the next side's track list.
Side 2 is Heroin, There She Goes Again, I'll Be Your Mirror, The Black Angel's Death Song, and European Sun.
I already love the Black Angel's Death Song.
Like, these are, like, all of these are bangers. Like, I love every one of these songs.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Like, this is like one of my all-time favorite sides of music is these 5 songs right in a row.
Oh, they are. You guys are in for a fucking treat. Let me just tell you. I wish I was you again and not hearing this for the first time.
I always wish I could, like, Eternally Sunshine or Spot that one.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
I always wish I could do that for, like, music. That'd be great.
Yeah, it's a movie. Have you ever? Yeah, you've probably never seen.
I have.
It has Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet in it.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
It's really good. It's about a guy who decides to erase all memories of his ex and realizes that it's a mistake partway through.
Yeah, it starts like it's like he's in his mind and it's like starts from like the last memory he has and all the way back to the first memories, and it's actually like actually a pretty good movie.
I was just telling Sean earlier that, like, probably my least listened to Black Sabbath album these days is probably Paranoid because I've heard it so many fucking times. So it's like I would totally just erase that album out of my memory.
Especially side 1. Side 1 is probably the most played side. Side 2 is actually like Electric Funeral, Rat Salad, Fairies Wear Boots, and that side is like probably my least heard side of that album. Yeah. I'm all right but side 1 is like the most overplayed side because it's, it's War Pigs, Paranoid. I hate Planet Caravan. Yes, I'm one of those guys. And then
ooh, controversial.
Yeah, come at me, motherfucker. Come at me. And then Iron Man. So I mean, those are overplayed as fuck.
I think Iron Man is the most overplayed song, like, because, like, despite the overplay, I do like both War Pigs and Paranoid, but, like, I'd be fine if I never heard Iron Man again.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same place, but like the first time I ever heard Iron Man, it sounded like the heaviest fucking thing I ever heard.
Yeah,
so.
First time it sounded awesome, but now like I'm just at the point where it's like, okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, the first time I ever heard it was, I mean, I heard it when I was like, 12, 13. So I mean, I've been hearing it for about damn near 30 years now.
Yeah.
Actually, the first time I heard Iron Man, it wasn't the Black Sabbath version. He did. There was a cover somebody did in the 90s. I think it was for the Nativity in Black tribute album where Ozzy did vocals along with like a heavy band. And so it was a heavy version of Iron Man. So and I downloaded it on Kazaa,
Kazaa.
So really dating me to that time period.
How many viruses did you get off of Kazaa?
Oh, so many viruses. Like all the viruses. But my Iron Man with Ozzy Osbourne singing, I think it was Therapy with a question mark at the end of their name. Anyway, so the first time I heard Iron Man, it was literally heavier than the original version even. So
Yeah.
I can tell you the first time I heard it was I went to Best Buy. So okay, how I heard about Black Sabbath is funny because I actually heard about them from Nirvana, because they said that we're like the Bay City Rollers the Bay City Rollers have been molested by Black Flag and Black Sabbath,
Which is what they do sound like.
and so I couldn't find any Black Flag at. I went to Best Buy. I couldn't find any Black Flag. I found Black Sabbath, and
close enough.
And well, I didn't know which one which, and the only album they had was Paranoid. I didn't know any album.
That's a good point to start, honestly.
It's really the best place to start, I think.
So I got Paranoid. I went home. I put it in, and War Pig starts, and I'm like, oh. And it was my parents' Sony's CD player, and it was like, and I turned it up. I'm just sitting there like, and then all of a sudden I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it was.
I think.
Yeah.
I'll mention another funny Kazaa. I actually remember distinctively downloading Iron Man, and I remember like looking through like you'd put it into the thing and it'd pop up with like tons of results. And I remember seeing the artist name Iron Maiden and going, "What the fuck kind of stupid name for a band is Iron Maiden?"
It's a torture device that doesn't really exist and was invented for movies.
And I was 12, and I thought it was
actually the first time I
just
heard
a stupid name.
Heard about Iron Maiden was when I was a kid. I never heard any of their music, but I saw their posters, and I loved horror movies, and their posters were awesome.
Yeah.
So I got a bunch of their posters and put them on my wall. Never heard anything. Not a
Poser.
Yes, poser.
Yeah.
Never heard a fucking lick from them until later on, but I love their posters. So
I think I did get damaged by Black Flag at Best Buy, so maybe I just went to a better Best Buy. I don't know.
I went to the one on 72nd and Dodge.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe they stocked it better at a different time. Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah. I couldn't find them, but
I only ever saw Damage there. I've never saw any other Black Flag albums there. But yeah.
Anyways,
Napster and Kazaa, one thing I want to say about it, I did like it how often they would like accidentally skip a song when someone would upload them, but they would upload the wrong name. So you'd be missing a song and you'd have to like do research to figure out which one you were missing and then retitle everything after like the 5th track. I did that with Cloudland by Perubu, by the way.
I used to have classmates tell me which like songs they wanted on a mixtape, and I would like get it together and charge them like a couple bucks for a burnt CD. And one time this guy got really mad at me because I downloaded like a weird live version of the song that might not even been by the original artist.
So you guys want to feel real old? Napster is older than John here.
It is, yeah. It is.
Napster came out in the 90s, like the late 90s. John was born in 2000.
In the year 2000.
Yeah, that was, I think those were all dead by 2004, 2005. So
yeah, well, and that Sean dude had sold by then already.
The guy who was played by Justin Timberlake in the Social Network. Who did a good job. Like, Justin Timberlake nailed that role, honestly.
I don't think he was acting, though. That's the...
Yeah.
He's like, I don't even have to act. I just have to be me.
Yeah. Well, and then...
A douchebag.
Jesse Eisenberg did a good job as Mark Zuckerberg.
He didn't have to act either. Just be a douchebag. Yeah.
It's just too bad that Mark Zuckerberg was even worse than that movie portrayed. We just didn't know it yet. Yeah. But anywho, we should probably get started on the next side. Let's do some heroin.
Yeah.
All
and
right.
I gotta piss. All right. Are you gonna piss?
I need to piss, but you can go first.
You can piss. Okay. Go ahead, man.
didn't catch. Not recording over our old stuff.
Oh, who cares what we have to say?
7,500 people.
Yes,
No,
we recently reached 7,500 downloads. So yeah, thanks to everybody for that.
The same person 7,500 times.
Where can someone that doesn't have iTunes or whatever download our podcast?
We're on Spotify, Deezer, all those things.
Yeah,
Spotify.
you can find it on any major podcast platform. It goes out to all of them. And I recently got our YouTube syncing up again, so you can listen to it on there. And if you want to leave comments at us, you could leave us comments there, and we will probably make fun of you in the group chat.
Yeah, or even on the podcast. We've made fun of a few of the YouTube comments on the podcast.
Yeah. And if you're...
I especially like when the algorithm put us out there for the first time, it really pushed the Kiss and the Danny Joe Brown episode. So we got some really upset boomers that didn't like our content. And they were particularly vocal about it.
We were especially positive on the Danny Joe Brown one, though, so who knows?
Well, actually, to this day, the most comments we get are on that, and usually it's benign, like "Hell yeah, Danny Joe Brown," those kind of comments. And I think it's interesting, and I think that's probably because we're one of the few people that are talking about Molly Hatchet.
Yeah, and or at least the lead singer's solo career.
Oh, definitely that.
Yeah.
But, I noticed that there's kind of except for Leonard Skinner and Allman Brothers, Southern rock seems to be very niche.
Yeah, which is too bad because I think Molly Hatchet is better than Skinner or Allman Brothers.
I think so.
Yeah,
we're gonna do the Double Trouble live album, maybe this season, maybe in a later season, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think there needs to be more attention played to Southern rock that's other than Skinner and Allman Brothers, because there's a lot. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. Or not.
Or not. Yeah. People can do what they want. Yeah.
Listen to
We're
what you
a
like,
podcast, not a
fuckers.
cop.
Yeah.
Listen to what you want to, motherfuckers.
And we are back.
Oh, we're back
from side 2 of the Velvet Underground and Nico, which I think is the stronger side. Both sides are excellent, but this one I think is perfect.
Yeah, I think it's also the stronger side. I actually disagree with you on the Nico song. I think All Tomorrow's Parties is essential, and this one, while better than Femme Fatale, I had a harder time connecting to.
I like it as a love song. We'll get into it when we go song by song. But yeah.
But yeah, overall, I agree that this side is stronger. It has a lot of really interesting moments. I mean, well, yeah, anyway.
Yeah, you had a little freeze there, bud. Did you need to reset?
Turn off, turn back on again.
Sleepy Steve.
Yeah, Sleepy Steve.
I should be president.
Don't worry. He cuts out all of his flubs, but he leaves.
He leaves everybody else's in.
Yeah,
I don't leave your guys' flubs.
No, he does have it. Yeah.
No, he's a dick. He fucking he leaves all of our flubs in.
Sometimes I'll leave a flub in if I think it's comedically funny.
Yeah.
So he leaves all the flubs in.
Sometimes he edits out my burps into the microphone.
He edits out when you fillate it too.
Yeah,
you wouldn't believe.
No, I keep that.
Yeah,
you wouldn't believe how many times Dave filletes the microphone.
Oh yes. I mean, yes. I
at least every other episode, really.
Actually, every other word he fillets it. Jesus Christ, Dave. Oh no, Dave! Cup the balls.
But yeah.
Well, they don't call me 7 inches for nothing.
Yeah, fantastic fucking side of music, honestly. This is when I first listened to this album. It was in the back half because I listened to it on a CD. Didn't know when a discrete side began or ended, where it really started to click with me. But yeah, this is great. Yeah,
the first time I listened to it was a CD as well. I don't know, when did you first hear it? I didn't hear it until my 20s, so I didn't hear it until later.
Either late teens or early 20s. It's a little bit muddled. It was about the time I was switching from going to Best Buy to going to the record stores?
I heard it. I think I got it. I know I got it after I got out of the military. Was when I got it.
What drew you guys to it? Did you see like articles about it, artists talking about it?
You know, it was one of those things like. I think I got it because I remember there's a line in one of our mini episodes that we did over the break in.
Oh yes, the non-canon
episodes. Ones, but they
don't count towards the episode count.
Yeah, but in the Pixies, the EP Pixies, and I've been tired. There's a line where he says, "I want to be a singer like Lou Reed. I like Lou Reed," she said, and I'd never heard of Lou Reed before. So when I got back from Iraq and all that, I was like trying to find new music and stuff. And so I was looking up who Lou Reed was, and I found out he was in the Velvet Underground. So I just went and picked up their first album.
I remember one time when I was in high school, I was watching Saturday Night Live, and they were doing Weekend Update, and it was, I don't remember if it was Jimmy Fallon or Tina Fey. They just said there was a rumor going around that Lou Reed, solo recording artist, but also known as the lead singer for the Velvet Underground, died. We're here to discuss whether or not he died as Lou Reed. And then there's just like this guy in a leather jacket with sunglasses sitting there. And they were like, "Lou, did you die?" And he was like, "No." And then they cut away. And I was like, "That's awesome." I should listen to this Velvet Underground band. And then but I couldn't really find like the stuff at Best Buy. So that's when I started like, okay, I need to stop thinking I'm not cool enough to go to like Homer's and Drastic Plastic and just start going there and buying shit. And so I did. And that was when I got into the Velvet Underground. I accidentally got the third album, which was their most mellow, first, because I thought, oh, this is the self-titled one. This is probably the first one. And it caught me off guard a little bit, but I liked it. And then I got like their other three albums. And then like when I was in college, I was like eating dinner at someone's house, and I was there with the Dream Theater roommates, and I put on the third album because that was the most mellow one, because I don't know, I was trying to play the most normal thing I could think of at the time. And
if we ever have a Wikipedia, or if we ever have like a wiki or something, like Dream Theater roommate would be an entry.
Yeah. But I was playing it, and then like for the like this pretty normie married couple that was feeding us dinner, and the Dream Theater roommate was like, "Oh, you're putting on the Velvet Underground. Is this the one where they have that song about the guy who thinks his girlfriend is cheating on him and mails himself to her in a package?" And I was like, "No, but that one's good." Yeah. Which is on White Light, White Heat. That one's called The Gift. But
which is actually funny because Candy Says is actually about Candy Darling, who was a trans woman.
Yeah, I figured the normie married couple who was feeding us wouldn't pick up on that.
Yeah,
they are not. In retrospect, they were not cool with the LGBT people. But
yeah, well, if Doug Yule didn't even know it, and he sang that song.
Lou picked him to sing that song because he had the most innocent sounding voice. But
he used to make fun of him because of it. Yeah. Lou Reed was a dick. Did we tell you that, John?
A couple times by now.
But Lou was also friends with Candy Darling, so I think he was just fucking with Doug. But
yeah. Well, Candy Darling was kind of like one of his muses because she comes up in several of his songs.
Most famously, Walk on the Wild Side.
Yeah.
Do. Yeah.
Do. Anyways.
Yeah.
That's another record. I'll play that.
We'll eventually do Transformer. Yeah. That's the most accessible thing Lou Reed ever was attached to.
In all the interviews and clips and stuff I saw of him interacting with Metallica, I felt like they were like scared of him, kind of.
I mean, they were.
Which I don't know, I think it's interesting, but also in the same way that they were intimidated by the Replacements that played Dodge Knife?
Yeah.
Dodge Knife. You want to play Dodge Knife, John?
Metallica aren't as tough as we all thought.
They really aren't.
They're afraid of the Replacements and Lou Reed.
Yeah, they write tough music.
Dodge Knife.
It's like dodgeball, but with like steak knives.
So if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Basically, yeah, but with knives instead of wrenches.
Weren't they like backstage just chucking knives at each other?
Oh, it was in the studio.
In the studio.
Yeah.
So that's what we're missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to start playing dodge knife, cutting each other's hands off.
I don't know. If someone threw a steak knife at me from across the room, I might need a tetanus shot, but I'm not going to lose any limbs, any fingers, or anything.
Yeah.
Lars Ulrich
You might lose a kidney.
Lars Ulrich really does seem like the kind of guy that would piss Lou Reed off.
Yeah.
Well, did you ever see the clip of Lars, like his foot getting run over, and he's like, "Oh, don't you ever do that again! Don't you ever!"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Are you?" And the guy who ran over his shoulder, he's like, "Are you done whining now? Do you want to see what I was going to show you?" Yeah, it's funny.
I haven't seen that clip, but I've seen so many like weird Lars
It's from
clips.
I think it was in some kind of monster or whatever.
We're gonna watch that before we do Saint Angry. I think it's essential that we have that movie in our mind.
I do like it.
I've never seen it. So.
I do like it that Lars Ulrich is one of the least problematic people in the movie. Get him to the Greek.
I've never seen that.
I don't know if I just call Lars like even remotely problematic. He just kind of
No,
annoying.
he's just whiny.
Yeah.
He's never done like anything like really, really bad unless you're in like in a band with him, and that's not like really bad. He hasn't done anything like that P Diddy or Russell Brand did, who are both in that movie, or Jonah Hill. Yeah.
Oh, what did Jonah Hill do?
He was abusive to a partner.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Lars, on
I can
the
see
other
it,
hand, seems to
though.
treat his partner pretty well. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, Velvet Underground.
Yeah, it's not as bad as Russell Brand or P Diddy because
Or Lou Reed.
Or Lou Reed. Yeah. But yeah, Velvet Underground. Yeah, fantastic side of music. I feel like this one has a better momentum to it, which I'm going to blame the momentum killing on Femme Fatale again. Because it feels like it's building and then it just stops. But like with this, like this isn't a song by song thing. This is a site as a whole. But like Heroine starts slow, picks up, and then there she goes again. Shot of energy, slows down a little bit for I'll Be Your Mirror, but not like in a kill the momentum way. And then Black Angel Death Song it's not like a fast song, but it's weird and it grabs your attention.
Yeah, it's energetic. At least.
And then European Sun is like the most energetic song on the whole album.
I can't wait to talk about that one.
I think John can't wait to talk about that one.
No.
Yeah.
He's like, because he was like, what the fuck?
I think
That song has completely cured me of any anxiety from my more noisy experimental projects that I've been a part of.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, well, if people like this album.
Yeah. It's like my third favorite song on the album, too, I think. So, yeah.
Spit on a nose under 21.
And it barely has any lyrics either. It starts off as like a normal song, but it's just an instrumental for most of the runtime.
2/3 of the song
It
is
tricks you into
instrumental.
thinking it's a normal song.
Probably
And then,
1/6 of the song.
Yeah.
Or 5/6 of the song is instrumental.
Yeah. But yeah, like a great side of music. This side leans more into like the noise and the avant-garde, and then and it also leans more into like the faster, more aggressive playing too. Like you can hear this album as a proto-punk album, I think, more from this side than from the first side.
Yeah.
Which I agree with. I think that this side was more what I was closer to what I was expecting.
Yeah.
And I think it was a better side than the first side also. It was more enjoyable to listen to for me.
Yeah. And when I first listened to it, it was around like the back half where it really started to click with me too. So yeah.
I think about like people that start with side B rather than side 1, and I wonder there's probably a high percentage of people that will put on side B first for this one.
Yeah.
That's weird. People start
That
with,
is weird.
I've heard like people in the older generation particularly say that they'll sometimes start with side B.
I think a lot of them, when they would do that, it was when they were sick of hearing like the big single, which would be like the first second or third track all the time on the radio, and so they just start far away from that.
Well, I'll defend it because I think a lot of times I'll put on an album and then you just get distracted or you're driving somewhere. So a lot of times you'll have heard the first side of an album a lot more than the second side. So I think changing it up and starting with side B, I think might actually be a interesting way to approach an album that you want to get to know better.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about like the second Black Sabbath album. Same thing's true with like Nevermind. Like I could skip the entire first side of Nevermind except for Polly and just listen to the second half at this point.
Yeah. I think I agree with that.
Yeah. Like do I
Actually-
really need to hear Smells Like Teen Spirit again? Probably not. Or In Bloom. Yeah.
I was gonna say I don't remember the last time I actually listened to Nevermind because I've heard it so many times. Actually,
I usually gravitate to Bleach every time I'm in a Nirvana mood. So.
I usually go to In Utero because I'm depressed. And
actually, you know what?
I also thought Incesticide, despite it being a compilation, I think flows really good as an album.
it is a good comp.
You know what I actually listen to instead of all of their albums? It's I just listen to Unplugged.
Unplugged is good.
Unplugged is so fucking good.
I don't even listen to their albums anymore. I just listen to Unplugged.
The versions of Come As You Are and Polly are better on Unplugged too.
So I like skip the albums and and even On a Plane is better.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm like an old man now.
Yeah. Another thing about the Dream Theater remake
Fuck
one more
you,
time
bitch.
is like after he'd moved out and I'd gotten Gladys my cat, like I at one point I started singing On a Plane about my cat, and he was like, are you singing Love My Cat better than you? And I was like, yes. But anyway, heroin. Let's
do it.
Let's dip into some heroin.
Let's do it. Anyways,
Well, Sean, I think you got some black tar heroin.
we think you got some problems.
For a long time, this was my favorite song on the record. I think it still is. But yeah, great classic song.
It's a classic. Like, I mean, I've heard this one a number of times. This one tingles the recognition sensors pretty heavily.
One of the two Velvet Underground songs where they didn't play like bass in the in the first run through on the studio and decided not to overdub it. The other one being Sister Ray. So this is one of the two Velvet Underground songs with no bass guitar.
John, you said you heard it before.
Yeah, as soon as I heard the words, I almost instantly recognized it from basically my childhood around you.
Yeah.
Whenever
Billy Idol covered it.
Billy Idol's cover is really bad. We'll talk about it if we decide to do Cyberpunk during the bad album.
Oh, we got to do that
episode.
one.
Yeah.
Keep going.
But as soon as I recognized it, I just remembered sitting in Sean's garage listening to him play it and sing it.
Oh, yeah.
I love the viola on it. The viola, the way John Cale like drones and then like does like the brief stabs of noise with the viola on that has been like a major inspiration on how I play synthesizer.
Yeah, it's huge song, like big, especially for a song that doesn't have any low end, which is kind of made up for the low end with Maureen Tucker's bass drum.
Yeah,
that kind of makes up for that low end.
The low end is entirely on the bass drum, and there's like no other drum on it. She's just playing it with those mallets and boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
and it has like the heartbeat rhythm to it. Like Maureen Tucker's drumming like throughout like the entirety of the Velvet Underground was like a pretty big inspiration for me when I was programming the drum machine in the early days of Gong Farmer, because I was like, I don't want to program this to just sound like a drummer. I want to do something weird with this. So I was kind of drawing from like the Maureen Tucker style of drumming for how I programmed the drum machine. And like Pete was talking about like how weird it was and how like when we switched to a live drummer, how we lost something because we weren't doing like the whole like, okay, two like a tom, like no bass drum is going, but there's like a tom and a a tom, and a snare, and then like a single cymbal going for like 3 measures, and then like a bass drum kick is like, yeah, but yeah.
It was really controversial when Gong Farmer went live drummer.
It was, yeah.
It caused quite a controversy at the first live performance in Newport.
Yes. It caused a stir, but yeah, like Heroin, though, great song. I love a lot of the lyrics to it too. Like I like the especially near the end, the when the heroin is in my blood and the blood is in my head. Thank God that I'm good as dead, and thank your God that I'm not aware, and thank God that I just don't care. Like, I love that.
And then you guys were talking the last about mistakes. There's a huge mistake in this one where the drummer Maureen Tucker just completely stops because she you said is because she thought the song was done. I heard another version where she said she just stopped playing because she couldn't hear anything.
Nice.
She was like, she just like, she stopped.
I've had those moments.
She was just like, fuck it, I can't hear anything. And Lou Reed and John Cale kept going, and you can hear Lou Reed start laughing when he starts singing the next line because I guess he saw her stop. And then but thankfully, like, she just picks it up like right away.
And what's interesting,
like when they go back into the ending.
What's interesting is I didn't even notice while we were listening to it, so it fit with the song. So
Well,
yeah,
and it kind of works with the song because it's like, like the drums. The drums are very much like a heartbeat thing, that tum tum tum, and so it's like, like during the verse, it's slowing down. Then like when you're injecting, it's speeding up some, and then it kind of slows down again as you're starting to feel it. The drums cutting out, it's like, I don't know, are you flatlining for a second? Is this an OD?
yeah.
So I've heard someone describe this whole song as like doing doing heroin and like going through a heroin trip, and it's like actually do and then like die, like you said, dying, and then then you're like coming down at the end, and you're like,
I've done Oxycontin and I fucking hated it, so I'd probably hate heroin.
well, I mean, I've been on just been on like, anesthetic. I don't that's the hardest thing I've ever been on.
I mean, yeah, Oxy after surgery?
I've never had surgery except for getting my tonsils out.
When my hand got crushed, the hardest thing I ever did, they like almost overdosed me on morphine.
Oh,
Because I got it when the EMT showed up on site, and then I got it again in the ambulance, and then I got it again in the ER because nobody told anybody that they were dosing me.
Oh, geez.
Shit. Yeah.
You got triple dosed.
And literally on the ride to the hospital, I looked over at the guy next to me, and I was like, I'm going blind.
Yeah, because your vision closes in around the edges.
And then I couldn't hear him when he responded.
Look at Lou Reed over here.
Yeah.
A little morphine, the better.
Yeah, that is an overdose. Yeah.
Did they give you a little spike of adrenaline?
I don't know what they did because I wasn't conscious.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I didn't feel any pain in my body at all, though.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I do remember when I had my hernia surgery, I was doing fine off the morphine for the first day, whatever. I woke up the next morning in the most pain I've ever been in, even worse than when I had the root canal last year. And I could barely move, and I stumbled into the bathroom and took an Oxy and fell back asleep. And it's like, yes, this is why painkillers exist.
Yeah, I've never been on painkillers, so, but that's okay.
Yeah, the Sackler family should be destroyed. But yeah, painkillers are necessary, but the Sackler family are evil. Yeah. Anyway, Enough moralizing here. But yeah, Heroin is a great song. I love it. Like, didn't you say during it that if you were to make a list of songs that reminded you of me, this would be on there?
Yeah.
Along with Psycho Killer for
Yeah.
some reason.
Because it, well, it had,
wonder
like,
why.
Yeah,
Christmassy.
a lot of my like instincts for songwriting are kind of embodied in this. Like the minimalistic drumming, the like the droning noise stuff, the only a couple of chords, the leaving out an obvious instrument, the changing tempo, yeah.
Then there she goes again.
This was my favorite song the first time I listened to the album.
What?
And then it gave me something to latch onto a lot because I wasn't ready for the artier shit. But yeah.
Yeah. It definitely sounds like it is the most pop song on the album.
Yeah.
Because it's like dun 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 dun. Yeah, it's probably the most pop song of the whole album.
I even wrote in my notes that it's like the bounciest song I've heard in the album.
Yeah. It's got like, yeah, kind of like that like 60s R&B thing going to it, but played really fast. So it, like, it's the most like a Ramones song out of anything on here.
Yeah, to me, it sounded like a lot of like the first wave punk bands that you brought in like during the second season.
Yeah.
And probably, it probably could have been a radio hit if he would have just left off the prostitution.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's about... I like it too, though, because it's like a really humanizing and sympathetic song about a prostitute. And, you know, like, she's going through all these indignities, but she's fine because she's awesome is kind of like the theme of the song. Like a bird, you know, she'll fly away.
Better ball shack, she got to work it.
Yeah. But it also doesn't, you know, like gloss over any of the details of her day-to-day life either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like she's down on her knees, my friend. Yeah.
Again, probably could have been a hit if he would have left off kind of the
Finer
more
details.
of the prostitution.
So the very first Velvet Underground show they played at they booked a gig at playing like a high school dance. They played this song. Like I think it was the first song they ever played live.
Oh wow, I didn't know that one.
Yeah.
Did they get kicked off the stage?
I think they got yelled at.
Oh.
But I also think they got paid for the gig, so
I don't. They probably didn't care.
yeah.
Probably couldn't have cared less if they had the cash in the pocket.
Yeah. But yeah, I really like this song. This is a song that I'm likely to put on a mix because, like, I love every song on this album except for one that I only like, which we talked about on the first side. But this one is the one that's easiest to fit around other, like, more normal songs.
Yeah.
Unless I'm making a list of, like, weird art rock, then I could put, like, Heroin or European Sun in there or Venus and Furs. But, like, this is just, like, a nice, hooky, accessible song.
Like if you stuck this in the Punk Nuggets compilation, it wouldn't be out of place.
Yeah. But yeah, with like a gritty subject matter and like a raw production, which makes it, it's a great punk song. Yeah.
Yep.
And then we got I'll Be Your Mirror.
Yep.
She's not quite as hypnotic as Grace Slick, but she came pretty close.
Yeah, still my favorite Nico song. I understand why Steve, you might like All Tomorrow's Parties better, and why you could even argue that one's the more important one. But like this one, I think this one's beautiful. I like the sentiment expressed in it. Like even though it's like kind of toxic in some way, you know, like when you think that you're like a bad person, twisted and unkind, just see your good parts reflected back in me.
Yeah.
Like that's creepy, but that's also kind of beautiful. It's like someone subsuming their own identity, but in a way you can't help but feel it.
What did you think of it, John?
The first thing I noticed about the song was the it sounded like it had a way higher production value.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. Yeah.
It sounded like they cared a lot more about this song than most of the other ones she was the lead vocals on.
Yeah.
Andy Warhol's like, here's a few extra bucks for this one.
I
Get
also,
a better microphone.
I also like the "Please Put Down Your Hands Because I See You" and like the version at the end where then like everything drops out, but the guitar, the dun 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 dun. I think that really like kicks it up some. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I like the song. I don't know.
All the Nico songs stick out like a sore thumb, but
I always had a problem with the Nico songs. I'm gonna say that because All's Tomorrow's Parties probably is my favorite Nico song because it's probably the one that sounds the most coherent, and I've heard it's the only one I actually never heard Lou do on live. I've never heard a live version of that of All's Tomorrow's Parties, but I've heard I'll Be Your Mirror and Femme Fatale live.
I like the version of "I'll Be Your Mirror" that they did around the time they were doing Loaded.
Yeah, that one was really good, and also Femme Fatale sounded 10 times better.
Yeah. Well, and then like one of the things I really liked about the version of "I'll Be Your Mirror" around Loaded, like when Lou was doing the vocals, was like like in the originals, "Please put down your hands, 'cause I see you," and then when Lou did it, he then added at the end, "I do," and that added a lot to it.
Yeah. Well, and it's kind of funny too. The version I saw too, he was making fun of her a little bit. He's like, "I'll be a mirror," and he's like, and then he goes like, she's like, "Why are you making fun of me?" And he said to her, he's like, "I said to her, how can someone make fun of someone so beautiful?"
What were you gonna say there, Steve?
Oh, I was going to say, in context of the album, I felt like both "I'll Be Your Mirror" and "Femme Fatale" like just kind of stuck out. It was like almost like a different band song was inserted into it, and I didn't feel that way with "All Tomorrow's Parties." I thought that one felt like
in place.
Yeah, it flowed into it better. So I don't know if I'm criticizing the song or just its place on the album. Maybe like had I heard it as a standalone, maybe I wouldn't have criticized it as hard as I did.
I don't know. It's like the only point where the energy dips a little bit on this side, so it feels like a little bit of a relief. So it doesn't feel like it's momentum stopping like Femme Fatale does to me.
So I actually had a version. I made my own version of this CD. I burned my own version of this CD where I took out all the Nico songs. Because
it's pretty short when you do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 45-minute album, and
oh, okay, you take out like
took out like
minutes.
6 minutes.
Yeah,
so I made it like
no. All Tomorrow's Parties is 6 minutes by itself.
Oh, yeah. So I made it a little bit shorter. "I'll Be Your Mirror" is only 2 minutes long. So, but I just, yeah, it was just like, I was just never a huge fan of the Nico songs, but I liked the versions I heard better. But I can listen to them and not be like offended.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You're not just sitting there like, oh God, these songs again.
Yeah.
They're not something you have to put up with. They just seem out of place.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
And actually, All's Tomorrow, the one that really kind of, Femme Fatale is the weakest link. That's probably the one that if I was going to skip, it'd probably be the one I skip. All's Tomorrow's Party and I'll Be Your Mirror are probably the best ones. The only problem I have with I'll Be Your Mirror is the ending. When they do when the backing vocals come in where she goes, "I'll be your mirror," and his "reflect what you are." That little part always kind of clashes really badly for me. Cause it just
Yeah.
Like her vocal delivery and the backing vocals just don't sound great together.
I think it would have been better if it was just her being "I'll be your mirror,"
Yeah.
and then just leaving it at that without the backing vocals. Yeah,
Yeah.
They should have talked to us.
should have talked to
I
us.
know. Back in 1967, it was only 15 years before I was born.
Yeah, I wasn't doing
Yeah.
anything.
I do think there is a degree to which maybe I do understand the Velvet Underground better than Andy Warhol did. But yeah. Definitely not better than Lou or John. So yeah.
All right. Black Angel Death Song.
This-
Okay.
This one is awesome. I
Yeah.
like this one.
This
is the weirdest song on the album. I think it's weirder than European Sun.
You
for
want to hear
reasons-
something funny?
Yeah.
This is my favorite song on the album.
It's a good song. It's great.
This is-
Yeah.
It sounds like something you'd hear in the mess hall of a pirate ship.
So I know this is like nobody's favorite song on the album, but this is my favorite song on the album, and I don't know why. It's so fucking weird and it's so trippy, and I love it.
The viola is really interesting. It's less drony and more like frantic than like what he usually does with it.
And it's, I don't know, I've always loved this song. And I remember, and I saw this one person's like review of this album, and she absolutely hated this song. She's like, this is the worst song on this album. This song ruins this album. And I'm
No,
like,
it doesn't.
And I'm like, hey, that's her opinion.
To me, it just. After we covered him, I kind of dug into John Cale. It really reminds me of him.
Yeah.
Like, it just seems jaunty in a John Cale kind of way.
And he hisses on it.
Yeah, he has a hissing credit.
What did you think of this song?
I like the song. I'm confused as to why it would have gotten them in trouble.
It's just because it's so fucking weird. And they were playing it on the West Coast, and it was like they were playing it to a bunch of sailors.
Oh.
I've heard the story before too, because Lou Reed told the story somewhere. I don't remember.
I've heard both Lou Reed and John Cale tell this story, and they both think it's hilarious.
Yeah, and so like they said, if you play a song one more fucking time, where you're gonna get your ass kicked or something like that, and so they played it again, and they got the stage. They charged the sailors charged the stage. And Lou Reed said that's where a really good solid body guitar comes in handy. He said he fucking knocked him out with the solid body guitar.
And there are some people who think of like San Francisco and like the Velvet Underground were definitely people who thought of this, who thought of San Francisco as kind of like the artificial counterculture place where everything was, like really fake and really fake and sanitized. And so I think they liked getting a rise out of people, especially in San Francisco, because they were like all about, like the gritty, filthy streets of New York at the time.
Yeah, and they're saying like some like Black Angel did weep on the old city street in the east and stuff. They probably weren't like what people got offended by back then.
It was way different than
from what people get offended by now.
Yeah, I think they were more offended. Like they weren't offended by like the lyrical content, just more by the
tonality of it.
Yeah, but by just like how fucking weird the music was.
It is weird, and I love it.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like I remember like rolling down the street like listening to that song and hitting the playback.
It's a vibe. It's definitely a vibe.
It's a vibe, man.
a vibe, bro.
Yeah. It's a like,
To use a newer term,
Yeah.
it's a vibe.
it makes me like, there's a particular feeling it evokes that nothing else on the album quite gets. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's one of those songs that like I think Lou Reed's as most poetical about, and when he's playing it too.
Yeah. The lyrics are great.
Yeah.
The Black Angel's Death Song is a pretty fucking metal title. I'll say that.
Oh, yeah. I was excited when I heard the name of that song. I was like, that one's gonna be cool.
Yeah, as soon as I saw the track list, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna love that one.
Yeah. But it's not like
No, but it has the spirit.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then last up, if you made me pick a favorite song and I couldn't say Heroin, it would probably be European Sun.
This one was really interesting. It starts out with is like an old school rock and roll song with a walking bass line, and then it just becomes freeform chaos.
Yeah. It's like not necessarily jazz, but it's freeform chaos is the way to put it. Yeah.
And then like they broke a glass in the studio for that, right?
They did, yeah.
What did you think, John?
At first, I thought it was like almost like swing music. At first, I don't know why, but that's what clicked when I first heard the like opening to the song, and then when it switched over to the like 7-minute instrumental, I was like, okay, this is going on for a little too long.
Were you like,
I was like, is it done yet?
you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
It does just kind of
does make
keep
it feel
going.
like swing,
I
yeah.
Okay, and I want to say something too. There is a version out there that's even longer.
Yeah.
There's a version out there where the instrumental part is longer than what's on the album. There's a version of the album that's longer. I'm not sure which version it is, but I've heard that there's a version that's like a minute longer.
Yeah. Well, it's like their next album, their second side is only 2 songs, a normal length song, and then Sister Ray, which is like 17 minutes long.
However, Sister Ray is a different story than European Song.
Yeah. But it's like the same kind of thing where they just keep going.
Yeah. But European Sun I like it for its kind of chaotic thing. It's one of those songs I like it for the chaotic thing, but it's not like I'm going to just I do listen to it all the time, so I guess.
I like the way it picks up tempo as it keeps going.
And then it kind of like, it's a good driving song, really.
Yeah.
Like when you're driving, it's like.
Yeah, the walking bass line really had me.
Yeah. I like all of like the weird feedback effects that both the bass and the lead guitar are doing, but while the drums and the rhythm guitar are holding it down. It's a really cool song. I like it that they after doing like 2 pretty short verses, they just like it's an instrumental freak out at that point.
I'll say this: it's definitely going to help with the anxiety that I sometimes get when I'm part of an experimental project that seems chaotic like that. So
Yeah.
I'm like, well, if people love this album, then certainly there's somebody out there for that.
Oh, okay, remember when we played that comp release show and there was that really cool band from Kansas City that liked us, Phase Distorter?
Yeah.
They told us that they really liked Chili Con Carnal.
Nice.
Yeah.
Or
they told me, yeah.
Which is our kind of European Sun, but we don't have any lyrics to that one.
Well, it's an instrumental.
Yeah.
It's a really long instrumental.
To me, that is actually our jazz song.
Yeah.
Because I've been listening to jazz lately.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the instrumental freak out. I can see why somebody would not.
Yeah.
Well,
It grows on you.
it's
We have to bring a normie in for Metal Machine Music, I think, because
we got one.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to bring in John I wanted to bring this one in for John, or because John, if I would have like brought like television's not weird at all. It's good. It's really good.
Yeah.
But it is kind of normal. Nico, Velvet Underground Nico is weird. Like, it's not what you would expect.
Yeah.
And I really wanted your opinion on it because it is kind of a weird album. Like, and you're probably, like I said, something you're not used to.
Definitely not used to it,
Like-
but I'm not opposed to the album. I like the music within it, but I went in with the preconception of expecting something similar to the Ramones,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that threw me through the biggest loop because I was like, this is nowhere near what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the same experience, and I started with the third album because I thought it was the first one because, the self-titled one. And that one doesn't have the experimental stuff except for like one song, maybe two. But it's all like the mellow side. They have like a couple faster songs, but there's nothing in there that's like their Run, Run, Run or There She Goes Again.
I think
yeah.
I think the fastest one is like What Goes On.
Yeah.
And that's not even really that fast. It's like dun 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 dun. But I kind of went into this completely blind. Like I had never heard Heroin. So I found out I had heard Heroin before.
You've done Heroin?
No, and you want to hear where I heard Heroin before? It was kind of the funniest place that I had heard that song before.
At the
The
hospital.
Doors movie.
Oh, yeah.
Because
It is in there.
It is in there for like 2 seconds where he's like, where I feel just like Jesus' son.
Where they go to the factory.
When he goes to the Warhouse factory.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he gives him the phone to talk to God. The Doors movie is terrible.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's interesting. I think
Yeah.
it emphasizes the worst parts of Jim Morrison, which did exist, but it also exaggerates them.
Yeah. But
Like he didn't lock his girlfriend in a closet and light it on fire, but he was an asshole to his bandmates, and they just decided to not remember that part about him. But those, the incidents where he is abusive to them are documented by other people. So yeah.
yeah. Well, but they never sold Light My Fire to a television commercial.
No. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna do an episode on the Doors movie at some point. Anyway, so we'll talk about that then.
But so to your kind of like more modern, like stuff that you listen to compared to this that came out in the 60s, it's weirder.
It's definitely completely different than what's out nowadays for the newer punk, rock, genres of music. It's definitely completely just like out of the wheelhouse for what I'm used to. Yeah. It's not a bad different, but it's definitely different.
Although, like a lot of the newer punk bands will do like noise experiments. Some they won't be as long as they are on this album, but like Viagra Boys will have like a electronics and saxophone freak out between songs on their albums a lot of the time and stuff like that.
I've heard some modern noise rock bands that kind of approach this territory. I think if you're into like the noise end of grunge, then you would probably really like this album.
But yeah, then
Would you listen to this album again?
I'd listen to it again, definitely. I enjoyed the music after I got over the initial, like, what am I listening to?
Yeah, Lou Reed, like I said, I was probably maybe a little younger than you when I discovered the Velvet Underground. Because I feel like some of the stuff I was listening to was like, you know, like Nirvana and stuff is like your younger stuff. And then like Lou Reed and the Velvet Underground is kind of like your more mature stuff. Because it's like the more mature adult themed stuff.
I do think there's kind of like a line from this to other stuff, because like where you had like the Velvet Underground doing this kind of stuff like in the 60s, then like in the 70s you had like Pere Ubu being like, hey, what if we did this with synthesizers instead? And then you get into the 80s and you have like Mission of Burma and Sonic Youth being like, what if instead of synthesizers we just use some reel-to-reel tape machines on guitar feedback?
Mm-hmm.
And then it kind of went out from there. But yeah.
Well, I mean, like this album and like stuff. This led me to like the Stooges and stuff.
Yeah.
So then I started listening to like the first or the three. I shouldn't say the first three. The
Three Stooges albums.
because there's only 3 fucking Stooges albums.
But you can say the Three Stooges albums because then you're saying the Three Stooges.
The 3 Stooges.
Yeah. There were 4. There were 5 of them. There were 6 of them, just not concurrently.
Yeah, I never listened to the later ones. So.
Well, in the classic era there was
The Stooges,
there was
Funhouse,
yeah.
and then Raw Power.
Well, there's the 4-piece that was on the first album, and then they added the saxophone player for the for the second one, and then for the fourth one, their bass player quit, and their original guitar player played bass, and then they added a new guitar player. So yeah, 6 Stooges altogether.
Yeah, but it's funny because like I was saying to you, I can't. Like the first mix I heard of it was the Iggy Pop mix, so like I can't really decide if I like the Iggy Pop or the David Bowie mix. But my first world problem, because I have both mixes.
Yeah. The funny thing, well, if we ever do Raw Power, we'll talk about this more. But the funny thing is, like Iggy's first idea for Raw Power was to make it physically hurt to listen to, and then Bowie was like, "The record company isn't going to let you do that. I'm going to try to come up with something that will make them happy but also make you happy." And then like later in like the 90s or aughts, Iggy did his mix, which brought it closer to the original idea but not all the way to where it was physically painful.
So because the version of Raw Power I listened to first was because that I think he did his in the 90s because the CD version was the one I bought that came out in like an anniversary edition that came out in the 2000s.
Yeah.
And it had both mixes. So the first version that I heard was the Iggy version because the Iggy version was the first one that came on the CD. Like it was the first one on the 2-disc CD.
But it didn't have like his idea of, oh, on Search and Destroy, we'll record a sword fight and make it cut through the mix and hurt people's ears. Yeah,
no.
Yeah.
Well, it basically like you put in his and you put in Bowie's, and Bowie's just sounded a little bit more muted.
Yeah.
On the digital version. Yeah. And then when I if I listen to the record, it sounds almost identical.
It is basically identical, like the Iggy version that he actually did in the 90s, and then the Bowie version from the 70s. Yeah,
it's almost identical. Yeah. The only difference is like Bowie's kind of fades out at the end.
Yeah. Anyway, we're not talking about Raw Power.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I digress.
But yeah, Velvet Underground and Nico
is wonderful.
It's a wonderful album. It is not. It might be the best Velvet Underground album, but it's not my favorite. My favorite is White Light, White Heat.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite.
Because I like them at their most confrontational.
I think it's because I love Sister Ray so much. Yeah. Like Sister Ray, because Sister Ray is like what? Like
it's like half
40% of the record.
I also like The Gift quite a bit.
The Gift is hilarious.
I like
yeah.
I think Lady Godiva's Operation, their one of their 2 quiet songs is funny.
Yeah. I think and then I love She Ever Comes Now, She Ever Comes.
Yeah.
That song. Yeah. I like that song too. Well, okay, most of the songs except for the one that Lou Reed's makes me want to is very piercing.
I Heard Her Call My Name. I still like that song, and I think that solo kicks ass. I just wish it didn't drown out the other guitar, the bass, and the drums. But yeah.
That's the quick White Light, White Heat. We'll probably do that one the 5th season.
One of the other seasons, yeah.
Because White Light, White Heat is an awesome album as well.
Yeah. But yeah, I like how different all 4 Velvet Underground albums are from each other too, because it gives you a reason to put in a different one if you're in a certain mood.
Yeah. Loaded is definitely like the Hit Parade one.
It's the one I go back to the least.
It is me too. I don't really listen to that one.
I like the 2 big singles off of it more than I like most of the I like Sweet Jane and Rock and Roll. But yeah.
You know what? Actually, like the self-titled one is almost, to me, is almost like a concept album. It almost feels like that to me. Anyways, we're getting off topic. All right, Velvet Underground and Nico.
Yeah, I'd say if you're like a prog rock fan, it would be up your alley.
Yeah, if you like art rock, if you like lo-fi stuff, if you like elements of dissonance making you feel uncomfortable during slow, pretty songs, it's a good album for that.
For me, when I remember when I listened to it back when I was trying to understand Lou Reed, I was put off by his vocals at first, which don't seem to bother me these days. So, I was actually trying to figure out, do I like his Bob Dylan vocals better or his talky vocals better? But
yeah, I think I like his talky vocals more than his Bob Dylan vocals because I don't know if I think Bob Dylan does the Bob Dylan vocals better than anyone else. Yeah.
Well, if you came in because you were attracted by like the more metal side of what I pick, I don't know if you're like into like Mastodon. I think there's something here for you, but I could see why Metallica fans are like baffled as to why they work together. It's really like I made a meme where it was like the Simpsons nuts and gum together at last, except I replaced it with Lou Reed and Metallica, and that's I mean that's pretty much how I feel about it. If you well, I had a thought and lost it.
Who would you say, like if you like certain band?
My mind keeps going back to Pink Floyd.
Yeah. You really wouldn't go wrong with Pink Floyd with this, especially the like Piper at the Gates of Dawn. Yeah.
If you like if you like psych rock at all.
Yeah.
Jefferson Airplane,
or even kind of the Doors. If you like the Doors,
Bob Dylan, of course.
Yeah. And Lou Reed was a big Bob Dylan fan, obviously.
Yeah. Although when he tried, like, it is funny. Lou Reed tried to do a political song early, like in the Velvet Underground days, and scrapped it and turned it into a more personal song in his solo career.
Men of Good Fortune.
Kill Your Sons. Kill Your Sons was initially an anti-Vietnam War song, and it was awkward.
Oh, yeah.
And then it became about his parents putting him through electro shock therapy because he's bisexual, and it's a much better song for that. Then in the late 80s, early 90s when he started doing Farm Aid, I think he needed to get sober before he could do politics stuff, because before he was sober he could only think of himself.
Yeah.
And so he couldn't do like big systemic songs at that point.
But yeah,
check it out.
Yeah,
check it out. I give it 2 thumbs up.
I give it 2 thumbs up. Like even the parts I say don't work.
And
like,
2 needles in the arm.
Yeah. Like
2 thumbs up and 2
needles in the
that are not AIDS infected. Okay.
One. Well, no, it's I'm going to give it several needles. Like you got to get one in each arm, but then you got to get it in between the toes and into the dick vein.
Oh yeah, the dick vein. You can't forget the dick vein. Would you give it a dick vein needle, John?
I don't know about that going that far.
How about the eyeball?
You're not cool like Lou Reed unless
You're not cool like Lou Reed unless you shoot up in the dick vein.
Yeah. No, I'd say it's a great album. It's an influential album. I like them being so like all the albums being so different from each other. I think just gives you a reason to not just keep going back to your favorite by the band too, which I think is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you haven't listened to this album, what the fuck is wrong with you? Stop listening to us and go listen to the fucking album, you fucking fuck.
You fucking fuck. You heard it here. If you don't listen to this album, you're a fucking fuck.
Fuck the fucking fuckers. And fuck your mothers.
Yeah. Pluggables.
My wife
is dead. High five. Yeah.
Nothing specific from us, but we got a bunch of bootlegs.
My wife, her OnlyFans, is on sale.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of bootlegs.
High
five. John, do you do music at all or anything like that?
No, I don't.
Okay. So yeah.
His
pluggables from
electric
us. Yeah.
company. He shocked himself. High five.
I do
five.
professionally shock myself.
Oh, nice. It's a good job. You get good benefits from it. Yeah.
Yeah, electrocution.
He gets a free electric shock therapy.
And now you can't read a book after page 17 because
What's reading?
Yeah.
Psychotherapy is what they want to give me.
Lou Reed has a solo song about when his parents found out he was bisexual and they put him through shock therapy and it killed his attention span and he couldn't read books past page 17 for several years after that.
All right, that's it. Check out our band, The Alliterates, or don't.
Yeah.
We're a podcast, not cop.
Yeah.
I already made that joke, but I'm making it again.
Stop making the same jokes, fuckhead.
It was 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
People probably forgot.
I liked the version of House Came Crashing Down that came out on that Control Alt Music Volume 1 comp. That was really good.
Yes, and that's probably in the description right now.
Yeah, and that is spiritually pretty close to this album in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I liked your guys' version of Christmas song.
Yeah,
you guys
Child's
did,
Christmas in Wales.
You guys did a really good job on that.
Yeah.
Your electric poked really through during that one part for the bridge, but
just the acoustic did not come through during the verses before that. Yeah. But yeah, catch you on the flip side.
Rippity fucking boo.
Side 1, Side B is a Floof Goof Studios production. Head on over to killrockmusic.com, that's KILRAVOCK music.com, to check out our post-punk band, The Alliterates, and Steve's solo project, Killrock. You can also check out Steve and Dave's experimental project, Lucid Fugue, where the theme song comes from, at lucidfugue.bandcamp.com. You can also check out Dave's old band, Gong Farmer, at gongfarmer.bandcamp.com, spelled GONGFERMOUR. You can find each of us on various social media platforms. Check out the description for more information. Thanks!
Lick my love pump.
This music really makes me hate the centralized bank.
Sunday morning.